Good morning, sir.
Very good morning. So I'm just checking which character to create.
Yes, sir.
So have you selected your what you want to create?
Yes, sir. In the beginning, it told like a fighter from that game.
Which fighter? I forgot.
I don't know his name. He was wearing a boxer and he had a scar on his face.
Oh, Sagat.
Yeah, that's right.
Sagat. Okay. Street Fighter from Street Fighter Sagat. Yeah, that is nice. So even I like that character, but I like this character also. Lilith from Diablo 3. No, 3 or 4, something 5. I remember from Diablo only. So we can create something like this also. Let me see. This also looks pretty nice, but it have a lot of work. Just let me quickly finalize
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
something. Very good morning.
सर आपने वो आग का डाला ही नहीं सर।
आपका क्या नहीं डाला?
सर द वीडियो सर, तो उस दिन आपने दिखाया था ना सर, लाइक यू सेड देयर इज अ इजियर वे टू स्टार्ट विद द आईज एंड यू शोड अ डिफरेंट मेथड लाइक वेयर वी डुप्लीकेट द आई बॉल का स्फीयर
Eyeball
इटसेल्फ।
half.
हाँ
अच्छा,
हाँ।
अरे हाँ. Like I guess couple of my videos got deleted accidentally because it's saved in OneDrive, and I cleaned my OneDrive. Everything is gone. No problem. I'll show it again. Don't worry.
यस सर, प्लीज प्लीज,
हाँ.
बिकॉज सर वो ऑप्शंस और क्या क्या आपने उसमें फंक्शंस लगाया तो कुछ याद नहीं है तो लाइक।
Okay, no problem. No problem. I'll show it again. Mm, Let me just give me 5 years. I'll just check like which character to create. I'm still like bit confused.
So the one which we made in the starting, the stylized, that was just for practice.
That is just for practice, just to get to understand the workflow, like ZBrush may how to create things and all, and like get to understanding and get control over brushes and tools. Just for that.
So, but आपने बोला कि we will make a like something stylized like Pikachu or something, उसके बाद human character में
No,
घुसेगी करके।
instead of Pikachu, we did that head.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so which one to use?
So, are we selecting a full body or just a portrait?
No, no, full body. Full body character only. So that is something like we will be using a base model from ZBrush. So it will be easy, not that difficult.
Okay, sir. So, but in industry also they do that, or is it?
Yes, industry also, they're like a 99% company, they already have a base model. So they start working on that only. So it speed up the process basically, because industry time is everything, because client have very specific time period. They have deadlines. So you have, no matter what, you have to meet the deadlines. So in that, they already have a base model. They use that and create it.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay. I'm still not sure what to create. This is the production model. We don't have a concept art for this. Oh, concept art also there. Okay, this is just head. This looks pretty nice, but this is only the head. I need a full body. This also looks nice. Okay, I'll create this only. See if I just save it. Okay, I'll create this only. So let's start with this. So now I have selected my character. So I know like what to create. It's a full body. Even if everything backside is not visible, so at least like I have a basic idea like what to do, and then I can like modify a couple of things like whatever is not visible, and I can do those things very easily. So like basically, it just looks little nice. This looks nice. So yeah. Now first thing, so we'll be using ZBrush. So in industry, like for character pipeline, what we do is if we have a base model, then we start directly in ZBrush. If we don't have a base model, we create a base model in Maya or Max, and then we start with high poly, because if you have a high poly and then you retopo that model, your topology will be correct, and plus the model becomes very easy to create. Otherwise it may become very difficult and tricky to create everything proper proportion and size and shape, so it becomes very difficult.
Mhm.
So first thing first, we'll go, and I guess you can see we have a couple of base model here. If you go to tools, you can see more base models,
Yes, sir.
and it's a female body. So I'll just choose this one only. This one, it's a very basic this thing base model. Let's see. No, it's very bad. It's very bad. I don't like it. I could have used a female body only. Or one more thing I can do is I can do there's a site I forgot. Oh, it's there. Batking, batking.com. Open.
Yes.
What happened? So in batking.com, if you go and if you log in, it's free. It's a free site. They have a lot of texture. They have a lot of models. They have a lot of stuff that's free of cost available. Security, please. Okay. Okay, I guess password I have to change. Just give me a second. Oh, logged in. So in this site, so if you go to this site, you can see there's a lot of mesh, there texture and brushes. A lot of things are free of cost available. So if we go here, products, go to products, you can see models, click on models. They have nice, decent base mesh, which is free of cost available. You can see it's African female. It's a normal female base mesh. So I'll download this one. This base mesh is like way better, like what is available in this thing,
ZBrush.
ZBrush. Let's see. So if you want to donate, you can donate, or you can just download free of cost. That is like, I don't know, due to some strange reason, it's a little slow today. I don't know. The site. Yeah, download. So I'll save it in this thing only, organic. And I'll zip it. Copy, initialize, import, because it's a base model, it's not a ZTL. So I have to check it. And whenever you start creating a character, either we use A pose or T pose. So T pose is usually like recommended, because then what happens, so you can model things very easily. This is also not that great proportion. I can see it's little looks like a dwarf, right? So that is something I can manipulate. Main thing is I can see face and all, that's like pretty decent. And this is something you can see, this is quite good topology, a very low poly, quite good topology. This is something you can directly use in game also. So proper poly groups are there. You can see legs are separated, hands are separated, but torso is separated, and for head you can see eyes and all those things are separated. So I can select things very easily. I control, hold and click, isolate. I can do those things and very easily manipulate. So I got a base model. So if you want, you can use the same base model also. That's like male, female. You can use any one of them. They have male also, they have female also. They have like a lot of different models. You can use any one of them. So I chose this one. So let me open my reference. So this is my reference. So first thing first, I need to match the body proportion. Your character reference can be in a posed thing, but when you sculpt it, like until unless your basic sculpting is finished, everything you have to stick to your T-pose. Then once your basic detailing is done, then you can move to start posing the character. So here I can see overall, I feel the body is really short, like as compared to this. You can see one head, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or 10 heads, right? And this is like you can see like one head, two head, three head, 4, 5, 6 or 7 or 8 head. Like I have to increase by 2 heads this entire thing. So easiest thing. So I don't want to mess up my head. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll select from the neck like this. You can see nicely selected, or I can press control, select lasso tool, select only and only head and invert it. Like both processes are correct. There is nothing wrong. Only thing, like make sure the selection is clean. Okay, it's clean, inverted, and now I'm going to scale the body slightly. So if I scale it like this, it will mess up the neck. So what I have to do is I have to move the pivot point, press Alt and move it, Alt, move it up, keep it somewhere in the neck area, wherever you have the selection, then scale. It will elongate the body. It will reduce that, I can feel the thighs and this waist area is way too big. So I can reduce that. If I make it like little elongated, very easily fix those things. Slightly elongated, maybe slightly more, just to make it a little more elegant. Now I have elongated these things, but problem with I have body, legs and body torso become long, but hands are small. So now what I have to do is move it here, Control Shift, click on the hand. So it will select only and only the hand, that particular polygroup. Control, click on that polygroup, it will select that in gizmo mode. Move it here, you can fix it, angle, fix the direction. This is like very important, and then scale it slightly. And you can see it's slightly moving and just create a slight distortion, no problem. Select this, push it back. So that distortion will go. My hands are slightly longer, my body is slightly longer now. The little proportion, this shape issue, that is something I can fix it while sculpting.
Yes.
So basic model is ready. So I prefer this gray color always. That red color doesn't look nice. I don't know like why they have this thing. So that's and now I'll fix the pivot point, make it center and symmetry, certain symmetry. Now I'm going to work on symmetry throughout. Q. So now basic model, basic T-pose is ready. You can see my basic T-pose model is ready. Now I have to start sculpting. So start sculpting. If you see reference, check your reference and like see all those things, whatever you can modify. So I can see the face. We have lips are visible. Then we have this kind of this I don't know, prosthetic or some armor or something. This bony structure. This is there. So I have to create this thing because without this I won't be able to understand the proportion and everything, right? So first thing first. Okay, first thing first, I'll just fix few other things like body structure. So in my reference, I can clearly see my waist is really thin. Waist, and you can see the rib cage and all those things are really thin. The hips are slightly broad, but this waistline is very, very, very thin. So I need to match those things. So I can see I'm not increasing my poly count. I'm not subdividing anything. Do not subdivide unnecessarily until unless you really need that. Okay, because other if more polygons means it makes your sculpting difficult. Yes. More polygons, sculpting become difficult because more polygons, the tendency of creating pinches or some unwanted artifacts will increase. So make sure keep it less, reduce it, and this is like very basic shape. So it's fine. I reduced it slightly, and now. So basic head, like you see, I can feel that topology is pretty nice, pretty good. This topology, if you see, this is pretty good topology. Like this is not 100% accurate. The hands and all, I have to like for animation purpose. So what I'm talking about, low poly. This is something for rendering purpose we can use it, but for gaming, for in-game, suppose this is your final character. Face topology is correct. There is no issue in that. But arm topology is wrong because it cannot bend properly. Those things will I'll explain when we start creating low poly. So let's block out and fix things, because if the rib cage is this narrow, this your this shoulder and this underarm cannot be wide. Make it a little narrower. Those are like basic things. Proportionately match everything and like this hourglass shape, typical like woman body structure. Those things. So this is my basic structure is kind of ready. So what I'll do, I'll just simply start creating things. So Control T once, maybe one more time. You can see most of the shape retains and it looks pretty clean and neat. But here I can see there is no eyeball. So first thing, I'll apply a eyeball. Append, because without eye, your character will look really bad. So eye is the first thing. Make sure place it properly. We already have a basic structure, so it should become very easy. Do not modify this volume until unless it's really required. Place it. So whenever you're creating eyeball, this is something like a basic rule of thumb. Always keep in mind, rotate it 90-degree, shift F. You can see the topology. It should be like this always for eyes.
Yes.
Like this pinch hole should be in front, and all these things should create a loop. Then place it. So I can see my eye is like really huge. So eyeball shape and all these things, how you determine like the shape is correct or not. Our forehead, this width of forehead, like from this end to this end, like ear to this ear, it should be 5 eyes. So 5 eyes is the basic calculation. Like suppose you have any difficulty, what you can do is keep one eye here, control shift D, duplicate that, place another eye here, control shift, another eye, and another eye. So I feel it's slightly bigger. See, it's clearly visible. It's half, right? That means I need to reduce my eyeball size slightly. And this one I can hide it, and this one I can place now. So like this, we calculate our eyeball. Like slightly on and off is fine. Like slightly difference is perfectly okay. But only this thing will like proportionately, eyeball should fit properly, perfectly this sphere without anything like intersection. So you can see now it looks kind of clean. There is no detail, but at least there is no intersection also. Clean. Once you're happy with the placement and everything, it looks clean. This is size. So like this, make sure, because a lot of people ask how to like determine the shape or size of the eye. So this is the basic calculation. 5 eyes, and between 2 eyes there should be one more eye, one eye gap, one eye distance. So eyeballs are usually slightly bigger than the eye, slightly bigger, because eyeball is wrapping around the eyeball, right? So eyeball is slightly bigger than the eye, whatever we see from outside. Then once you're happy with this, simply go to subtool master, mirror, merge, x-axis, 2 eyes. So I got the basic eye. And when you starting blocking out the model, make sure switch off your perspective. Like everyone remember this. Blocking time, switch off your perspective. Do not use perspective. If you use it, entire blocking will mess up. So blocking time, only orthographic view. After blocking, basic blocking is done, switch on your perspective, then match your character. If you try to match in orthographic, in perspective, it will look entirely different. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is like very small things, because organic, that is the main problem with organic, is it's not very difficult. If you practice, you can definitely do it very easily. Only thing is it's have a lot of technicality. You have to keep those small things in mind. If you miss it, it will you won't be able to create the character properly, or it will look entirely different from your reference, right? Those things you need to keep in mind. Okay, so now I place the basic this thing. So eyes are my eyes are set. I'll add all the details later. First, I'll start blocking. Blocking is very important. That is something a lot of people, they start sculpting directly on the body, because I can see reason why blocking. If I block this thing out and all this thing block out, first my character will start looking complete. So it gives it's effective psychologically as well. So you can, it drives you, okay, I can see your character is like, it's I'm about to finish my character. So it drives you, and you will start doing like in putting your most of the effort there. Like you start putting a lot of effort and finish everything. And plus I know where to put details and where not to do anything, because all the hidden areas, there is no need of doing anything. Just the basic shape is more than enough. You don't have to add any details or anything. So blocking is very important. So we'll block it out. So now I have this head, skull, this piece. So this skull piece, how to do it? Okay. Select the head. Select the head. So I have that did this thing, head armor kind of thing. So high poly, one thing keep in mind, this is like very important. Do not try to merge all the geometry together. Try to keep things separate. High poly, that's why it's high poly. Like this helmet, create it separately. Create this like bony structure. This is like horn or I don't know something. This structure, keep it separate. Then this thing, keep it separate. This orange stripe, keep it separate. This denture, keep it separate. If required, later merge it together. So initially blocking time, keep them separate. Do not combine them.
Yes,
So that will make your life way easier, because if all the parts are separate, it becomes very easy. So first thing first, layering. This is something very important. Keep in mind. First thing, first layer, I can see this orange strip. So I have my symmetry is on. I have switched on my X, right? Now, if I want, because this is like really low poly, I can make it a little more smooth. That is also fine. If you don't want, you can keep it a little less smooth. That is also perfectly fine. So just give me a second. I'll zoom into my stick. So this orange thing, I can see clearly. Center, it's a straight line. So right now, lasso, go back to your free hand. Always keep it little extra so that it goes inside the helmet. So it's not visible. It should not look like abruptly finished. So always keep it little extra. Oh. I accidentally clicked it. If you click it, it will become blurred. So I accidentally clicked it. So do not click it. I create this shape. Okay. So high poly is all about masking and extract, masking, extract, add detail, separate the parts. So I feel this part is slightly thick. So I'll press Control Alt and undo. Control Alt, make it little thinner. That is something I can do it later also. And make sure it never touches your eye, because eyes are very important. So I'll make it slightly thin. Okay, basic structure ready. And this point is not pointy, it's slightly round. So reduce the brush size. Make it round. So it becomes round. So my basic mask structure is ready. Go to extract. Extract it, it's too much. 0.02 is too much. That means the scale of the model is very small. So there are two things I can do. Either I can scale up the model, or I can just simply like reduce this thing. So make it, reduce it 0.002. It's way too thin. Slightly increase. This is also very thin. I need little thickness. Yeah, this I got the thickness. Accept it. Control, deselect, and if you hide your mask, you can see the mask is still there. So make sure deselect it. That is something, never forget that. Go back to mask. Now you can see it's uneven. It's not very smooth and clean. So if you want to make it super clean and smooth, so if you press Shift F, or if you switch on polyfill, you can see there is a poly group. The thickness also have a separate poly group. So I'll go and make it clean. Go to geometry, Z remesher, switch on keep groups, and just remesh it couple of times. So what will happen? It will create a really nice clean shape for you. So once I did, again, so multiple times. So it will create this very nice clean geometry. Very nice clean geometry. So now it's a clean topology. You can see nice clean, and it's like all the and make sure your symmetry is also on. Then only you'll get the center line and everything will be perfectly symmetry. If the symmetry is off, it will create the same shape, but the geometry won't be symmetrical. So now it's symmetrical. Basic head is, the shape is ready. So layering is very important. So first thing, this one. Top of this, we have that bony structure. So now I'll go back to my head. Go back to my head and I'll select those section. The symmetry is on already. So that let's see. I mask it again. Backside is not visible, so I can use my own imagination and fix it. So to select this thing quickly, I use lasso. I selected this section and I can see this mask had come till here. Lower lips, it should be slightly extra, like something like this. So symmetrical, and this part is little pointy, and it's not that this wide. So Control Shift together, deselect this, Control, make it a very nice clean triangular shape. Make it really pointy. This side I don't want. Oh, then Control, go to brush again, fill this section, Control Alt, make it little rounded. Backside is not visible, so I have entire liberty and I can modify things according to my own understanding. So basic mask is ready. Again, same thing. Extract. So you can see this time I extracted this thing. Thickness is very low, so I'll increase the thickness. It's too much. Decent thick. Accepted. Deselected. Select the body. Deselected. Now this is my basic helmet. So in this, I can say I got the ears and all those things. So for this model, I'll I have to make it again, correct all the loop and everything, and then do it. So I'm just blocking it out. So I'll do it quickly. So this helmet shape, and I have a ring here. So here I can see that shape, that thing. So to create that thing, what I'll do is either I can sculpt it from this thing, I can Dynamesh it. So now understand, there is a difference between Dynamesh and subdivide. Dynamesh is basically like combine two geometry together. It basically like works as a Boolean, union Boolean. It's union combine two geometry together very easily, and plus the poly budget, like based on the geometry, like shape, it basically Dynamesh and kind of remesh the entire model and even out all the polygons. So it becomes, sculpting becomes super easy. So if Shift F, you can see it's pretty dense. So if I want to clean this thing, so first thing what I have to do is I have to clean these lines, remesh it, keep group, remesh, Yeah, so see, become quite clean. Now it's pretty low poly, no problem. Everything is clean. Now in this from years, this thing is increasing, like it's like expanding and creating that horn, that bony structure. So I have to dynamesh the model. So you can see if I dynamesh, it's really low poly. So this is really low poly. So I increase it slightly, dynamesh it. So now it becomes super easy for me to sculpt. So BCB, or I can use move BMB. So what I'll do is I'll create a mask here. This area, I'll create a mask. Invert it. W. W is for like gizmo. Click on this. We'll go back to because symmetry is on, so it will go back to any one of the side. Now pull it outside. So I pulled it outside, deselect it. Now you can see topology. You can see if you Z remesh, this will like this, right? So if I dynamesh and press Control and drag outside, it will re-dynamesh the model. This will remain the same. Only new polygons will be added here. So BMB. So I'm just simply going to create that arch thing. Redynamish again. Pull it again, redynamish again. Or you can use, there's something called a snake hook for sharp movement. To create those sharp pointy edges, this is very nice brush. So let's create those edgy things. I'm just roughly creating that volume. Dynamesh. Create this. Redynamesh. Undo. That is like too much. Redynamesh. 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 Same process follow for, you can see I can create it very easily and quickly, and I feel the shape is slightly smaller. This is like way too wavy. 3 dynamesh. Now, it's like quite big now. So basic this structure I have created. It's not like it's just the basic blocking I'm doing right now.
Mhm.
Now we have a ring here. So that ring, either I can do it directly like with this. If I want, I can like definitely pull it and create that ring. Or if I want, I can like append a ring and create that shape. Like this also fine, as long as you are able to maintain the shape. See, connected. So it is connected, but you can see it's really thin. So if I want to make this thing little broader or thick, I can go to brush. You can see I have inflate brush. So let's inflate it slightly. So it's not this thin. Dynamesh again. Dynamesh. Dynamesh. And BMB move. And I can see it's not 100% round. So make it slightly nice rounded shape. Dynamesh. So you can create this thing super easily. So basic structure I blocked out. Let's save F just 9, press 9, quick save. Quick save this thing and okay, let's start with sculpting now. BCB clay buildup. Now I need to add thickness. You can see it looks like really thin. So I need to add a little thickness here. So but if a problem is if I sculpt something here, if you see, if I shift F, if I sculpt something here, it's going to affect, oh, it's not affecting backside, very nice. But there will be cases where it will affect backside. So for that, go to brush, auto masking, switch on your back face mask. So even if I create something here, it won't affect backside. Okay, let's see, let's add some detail. And this part, you can see this part actually connects to the neck. If I want, I can hide it, like isolate and start working on this section. And this is a pointy surface. Dynamesh again. Now I'm just adding volume with clay buildup. And one more thing you can see here is a little shape. Don't worry about all this inside parts and all. That is something we can control later. This part is quite thick. add all those detail. And so I can create this thing quite nicely. Side details. I'm just simply using play build up and just adding those sections. And front also, here I have another section here. Dynamesh. BMP, or so I can use snake hook to make that pointy surface. That's fine only. And this particular shape. It goes beyond this. And this is like perfectly straight, but in my reference, I feel it's not straight, it's slightly tilted. So what I'll do is for that, again, lasso, select this section and control click on this, it will smooth the selection. Now I can go to this thing, switch off symmetry X, click on this, it will go to center and tilt it slightly. This thing is supposed to, this horn supposed to tilt slightly towards front, and this ring supposed to tilt towards back. So I keep this selection. Now I'll select rest of the part. Oh, sorry, my symmetry is off. Select this thing, control click, smooth it, tilt it back side. So now you can see it's not straight. I have those nice dimension. I created the basic blocking, this headgear, those teeth and everything I'll create. So similar manner, I'll add all the details. Like let's like for the body, I have to see I have this body, this armor and all.
Yes, sir.
So I'll create those things. Like really easy. Oh, sorry. Use a standard brush. Oh. Freehand. And there and always identify, you can see there are two layers. This is one, this is two. That means you have to create two shapes. Do not try to combine them and create one shape. Keep them separate. In low poly, we can combine them and do it, but in high poly, keep them separate.
Yes, sir.
slightly rounded. Yeah. Select that. Top part slightly rounded. Again, same thing, subtool, extract, accept. Again, I can like create this thing, Z-image this thing and fix this, all this uneven surface and everything. I can do that. And then if before that, what I'll do, I'll hide this one, go to body. Now I'll select shape and create a second shape. So if you create extract it from the base body, what happens? It snaps perfectly with the model. There is no snapping issue, there is no shape issue then, and then extract it, accept it. Switch on this one also. So these two are exactly same position. So what I have to do is and move this thing slightly outside. So you get this layering very easily, and I'll dynamesh or maybe I'll remesh the model to get rid of all these lines, make it little flattish. Let's do that. Let's see file first. Z-remeasure. Keep groups because I'm keeping groups so that it will retain the thickness properly. Poly count, reduce it. So I'll get rid of all these in between extra lines. You can see it's creating these things. Couple of times, and still I feel it's little too much. BCB, clay buildup, fill those gaps. Fill those gap, remesh again. So you'll get rid of those things, or you can dynamesh once and then switch it off, go to remesh, remesh it. So you can see those artifacts, those uneven shapes are gone now. Smooth it, clean the shape, BMV, and place it nicely. Similar thing, I'll do that also. So one by one, I'll create all the shapes and start sculpting our model. Like first blocking, like block all the shapes or everything, all ornaments, your layers and everything, whatever you can see on your model, block out. It's all like if your blocking is correct, your modeling become very easy. So now I'll save this. Sorry, no export. Save as.
Sir,
Yes.
एक doubt था. Sir, so I'll just send a image, sir. I wanted to ask, how would you, how would I make this? Like if I'm making this.
Just give me a second, save it. This is, I don't know the name of this thing. GA02, no, 204. Oh, you sent me an image. We have 2 more minutes.
So I've sent it in Zoom chat only.
I'm opening it. Okay, so
sir, so helmet, sir, how do we sculpt it as you did for this character?
yes, you sculpted everything. Everything is sculpted.
So, but how will I make that eye portion, that lens thing which is there in the front so accurately?
That's cylinder, like cylinder extrude. Okay, like I'll show that, like if suppose you have any difficulty that thing, so we can do it in Max or Maya also, bring it back to ZBrush and smooth all the corners and add those fine details, all this crease and everything. But that's it, we can do it. Okay, no problem. I'll show it in next class. I have another class now, so
Yes, sir.
I'll show the process. We
Yes,
can
sir.
do it. So you can do it in ZBrush also. We can like a base model when you sculpting it. We can always go to your Max or Maya and create the basic structure and bring it back and then sculpt on it. We can do that as well. That's like completely fine.
So, sir, is it okay to select such type of reference for this module right now?
It's okay, but make sure you have a full body reference.
Yes, sir, with full body.
Full body reference. So that like send me the reference, so we'll discuss that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Huh.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. So then we'll start blocking out all the things. You can see it's pretty easy. It's not very difficult. This is just blocking. I'm doing it directly in ZBrush, so it's like pretty easy. We can do it.
Yes, sir.
Right. So we'll do it and create everything, fix everything, and add all the detail and whatever it's required. We'll do it, and then we'll add all the fine details. Then we'll start Re2Born model. It will take some time, so we'll do it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then I'll see you guys tomorrow, tomorrow whenever we have class. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.